In a time of oppression and slavery, a people cried out for freedom. This is the story of their journey, the Exodus. The Israelites, descendants of Abraham, had found refuge in Egypt during the time of Joseph. As the years passed and Joseph was forgotten, however, they found themselves enslaved in Egypt. Pharaoh, fearing their growing numbers, subjected them to cruel bondage and oppression. Yet amidst their despair, a beacon of hope emerged. God, hearing the desperate pleas of his people, selected an unlikely hero, Moses. Raised as an Egyptian prince but deeply rooted in his Hebrew heritage, Moses was chosen to lead his people out of bondage. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he refused to let the Israelites go. As a result, God inflicted Egypt with a series of devastating plagues, turning the Nile into blood, infestations of frogs and gnats, the death of the Egyptians' domestic animals, pestilence, painful boils, destructive hail, locusts, and deep darkness. Despite the devastating plagues, Pharaoh remained defiant. Finally, God initiated the most severe plague yet, the death of every Egyptian firstborn, man and beast. In preparation for this imminent danger, the Israelites were given specific instructions. They were to mark their doorposts with the blood of a sacrificial lamb. This marking served as a protective sign, ensuring their households would be spared from the terrifying final plague. That night, the angel of death came upon the Egyptians, but passed over the homes marked with the blood, sparing the Israelite children. Suffering the unbearable loss of his own son to the final, most devastating plague, Pharaoh was driven to his knees. In his anguish, he granted the Israelites their freedom. However, as his grief turned into rage, he regretted his decision. Consumed by anger and a desire for revenge, he gathered his chariots and resolved to pursue his escaped slaves. But God, in his infinite wisdom and power, had a different plan. God led the Israelites to the edge of the Red Sea, a seemingly impassable barrier. As Pharaoh's army closed in, the people cried out in fear. But Moses, trusting in God's promise, raised his staff. Suddenly, a strong east wind blew, pushing back the waters and turning the sea into dry land. Walls of water rose on either side, a breathtaking spectacle of divine power. This was more than just a path. It was a clear passage to freedom, a divine intervention showing God's unwavering commitment to liberate his people. The Israelites reached the other side, witnessing the miraculous power of God. When they were finally free from the chains of slavery, the waters crashed back down, engulfing Pharaoh's pursuing army. And so, the Israelites embarked on a new chapter of their history, free and guided by the laws of God. Their journey, marked by trials, faith, and divine intervention, serves as a testament to the power of God and the enduring spirit of a people yearning for freedom.